everyone, my name is STID3074 from Group 8. Today I will explain about our group project chapter. As we know, our group project was just click to the application as our group project. Okay, I will explain about project stakeholder. First is Allah Zuhair bin Izam Jamari is a project manager. Muhammad Firhat Zain bin Kamardin is a project sponsor. Muhammad Ridwan bin Zaini is a deliverer. And Nur Afifah binti Muhammad Yusuf is business analysis, and Nurul Anzati binti Muhammad Faizal as a project team member. Explain about project description or background. Okay, click to it application is that provide detailed information and on food. Our website contains specific information related to the food and daily necessity of food. The aim of the application is to make sure people get enough deals when they are busy with their work. Furthermore, our application is free of charge. I also will explain about the challenges and the opportunity. When we book an application, the biggest challenge that we face is of course the high cost. This is due to mismanagement of the project. The higher risiko will affect to the finance budget. Next, the challenge is how to balance the graphic and the visual technique. These two aspects must balance with each other to make sure our application are successful and give easier to customer. If the one side is out of balance, it will cause people confused to make it or to use it because it's more complicated. So our project will not meet the team sale and customer needs. On the other part of hand, if the graphic is so much, the customer can understand what application need. This way will cause a user not to use this application because it is more difficult. Then the user or customer will find the other application that more easier and more easy to use. For the project scope, we have two scope in this application, which is inside and outside scope. For inside scope, we target to the whole community. In this application also, we put some functional module that have in our application. First is food. We have ordering module, menu management module, reporting module, and billing module. Delivery charge calculation also we have, and deliver address manage module. Okay, for the outside scope is this application are not include in live chat session, but have a live chat session which is online.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Fazil bin Kamardin. My number is 279961. So I will explain about the project schedule summary. So for the first, our project will start 1 May until 1 October 2022. So in the timeline of project phase and milestone, so for the main purpose is ensuring effective project management, complete on time and schedule. So in the first 3 weeks, we will make a paperwork, which is we will make a planning and proposal report. And the second 3 weeks, we will identify the requirement, which is we will identify the user needs before using the system. The next 6 weeks, we will create user interface design, and next 9 weeks, we will take for the develop system. In the next 2 weeks, we will take for the system testing, which is we will test the system, which is it function well or not, and we can improve and update to be a good system. And the last week is we will publish the system to the user. So for the project budget summary, the total project budget will estimate at RM39,739 based on all phase in the first year. For the budget broken down by phase, for the first phase is personal or technical support, we estimate at RM2,800. The second phase is IT equipment, which is we estimate at 17,289 ringgit, and the third is furniture and feature, which is we estimate at 1,650 ringgit. So the total for all phase is 59,739 ringgit. So that's all.
Okay, for the next is a quality issue. Specific for the quality of product, service, process or environments are known as a quality requirements. Any aspect, real or intangible, that adds to eating beyond their usefulness and characteristic is referred to as quality. The quality requirement list below are only a few examples. Okay, the first consistency. The requirement that all units be exactly the same or internally consistent. Apple, for example, the large are the same size and have a similar appearance and flavor. Okay, the next is performance. The responsiveness and quickness of a user interface are example of performance criteria. Is a maintainability. It must be simple to maintain and repair it. Consider mobile device having components that consumer may switch in and out to upgrade to or replace. Okay, the next is customer experience. Customer facing recruitment are those that make a product or service more appealing to customer. For example, when you first open the can of coffee, it smell wonderful.
So next is resource that required in our project. First is people. So people is referred to the team human member or team member in our project that in charge of completing our task. And then second is technology. So people also need some variety of proper technology to fulfill their task. And then we also need a facility like conference room, office space, accommodation and other resources that are required to our project execution. And then lastly is we also need equipment and tools. So we need some tools like software that required to completing our task.
Okay, for the next is assumptions and risk. Assumption used to be develop estimates. Okay, the click to it system project had 4 assumptions in all. The first assumption is that the project will be finished in a specific amount of time. The project goal were to provide a website that make it easy for customer to order food and to be consistent in resolve ordering issue. The third assumptions we made was that this project was justify customer. The lastly update your restaurant marketing plans. Okay, for the next is a key risk and probability of occurrence and impact. Okay, the possibility that assignment in your project may take longer than planned is known as time risk. Delayed time frames may have an impact on other aspects of your project, including your budget, delivery dates, and overall performance. The idea was to stick to a predetermined timeline in order for the project to function successfully. Okay, for the constraints, the PMOK, Project Management Knowledge Body, that identify SIG project will focus on one type of limitation in this project, which is a business constraints. Business restrictions are determined by the time, cost and resources of the project. 3 to 5 months is an appropriate amount of time to build this system. This is to confirm that our system services are well implemented, free and ready to use. The cost required to develop the system will operate within budget. If we want to reduce project cost, we either need to reduce the scope or increase the durations. Okay. Okay, dependency on other project or area which in or outside the organization. Depends simply indicates that one action or activity depends on another. This is due to the fact that consumer will not stop and instead go online to order food. If a large number of people use this system, it will be considered a success because users are certified, which it. Okay, for the next is assessments project impact on the organization. Impact assessment is a method of evaluating the importance of chance proved about by a project activity to determine its effectiveness. Impact assessment of project, policy and program are conducted to determine the impact of initiative, policy and program. It is used to ensures that initiative, program and policy are financially as well as social and environment sustainable. Finally, click to it. Technology has had a positive impact on the growth of online ordering and delivery service for our user. Okay, for the last outstanding issue, any problem in Pris2 is a phrase that refer to any issue, question, request for modification, either or outside specifications that are met during the project. The most serious flaw is the lack of qualifiers. Personally, that team does not understand the system, which will have a negative influence on the client. When the team is provides adequate explanations and guides on how to use the system properly, the problem is fixed. That's all for my part. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Abdullah Zuhair bin Nizam Namiri. My number is 279898. So I'm gonna present about project administration. So first is communication plan. Communication plan is a policy-driven approach to providing all stakeholder and information. So in our project, we have two communication plan. First involve project manager. The frequency is daily. The method is a meeting, either physically or in online meeting. The purpose of this meeting is to discuss about the project progress, about an issue and any problem, and also can asking or give opinion and evaluation. The second communication plan is involve all stakeholder. The frequency is weekly, and the method is in online meeting or physical meeting, email update, group WhatsApp, and the purpose of this meeting is to update project progress and have a feedback from team member and adjust or change the strategy. So next is change management plan. So change management plan is a process that implement a change in project or in management. So this change in management that will impact the project progress. So for this stage, project manager must ensure that any change made in our project should be informed to project team, so the work process for our project is carried out without any problem, so the project can fulfill the change and can be completed within estimated time. Next is scope management plan. So the purpose of this scope management plan is to define the scope in 3 to 8 project. So the main purpose of this scope management plan is to define how the project scope will be explained, developed, structured and verified. So next is quality management plan. Quality management plan will help project manager and project team to execute a quality management and quality assurance action, so that will fulfilling the project requirement and meeting the customer needs. So quality management plan also describe the activity that you will apply throughout the project. to meet its quality objective. So next is implementation and project closure plan. So project closure activity ensure the recording project document, archiving in an organization process asset, making a final payment, releasing resources and completing the project. Once the project is closing, all deliverables in this project must have been completed and delivered to the user successfully. Thank you.
Okay, this is accept and approval. That's all for my group. Thank you.